Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
For this evening's speech, we'll be covering a respirator and its uses, functions, and I will delve a little bit into the history and its origin. What is a respirator? A respirator is a protective device that is used to cover the nose and mouth or cover the entire face and head. It protects the wearer from hazardous atmospheres. Respirators may be tight-fitting, such as a mask that covers the face, mouth, and head, or loose-fitting, such as a hood or helmet that covers the entire head and neck completely. In addition, there are two types of respirators: air purifying, which remove contaminants from the air, and atmospheric supplying, which cleans the air and removes all uncontaminated source. As a general rule, atmosphere supplying respirators are more used for extremely hazardous exposures. But what is the origin of respirators and when did it all begin? The early development of respirators started back in the 16th century by an inventor called Finlay the Elder. He described the respirator as using animal bladders to protect the Roman miners from lead particles while they were mining. Leonardo da Vinci also used a type of respirator which was made of finely woven cloth dipped in water to protect sailors from the toxic fumes of gunpowder. Again, Alexander the Humboldt introduced a primitive respirator in 1799. He was a worker in Korea as a mining engineer. Practically all respirators are generally designed the same. It is a bag that is placed completely over the head, fastened around the throat, and has windows in it for the operator to see. Some are rubber and some are made of galvanized fabric, while others are made of an impregnable material. But most carry a tank of compressed air that is under slight pressure that the user will carry to provide him with necessary breathing air. So when would an individual wear a respirator? Respirators are worn when an individual has to be in an environment that has insufficient oxygen, where harmful dust, fog, smoke, mist, and other gases are present. They would typically pose lung disease or sicknesses or cause the individual to pass out and eventually die. This is also used when toxic fumes are present in the workplace and is used to reduce the risk and create comfort while the individual is working. Here I have with me a M3 6800 series mask. This is the mask that is used in the construction, welding, and grinding industry. It is also the preferred mask used by individuals working on refinery plants. Before an individual actually uses a glass respirator, it must be inspected before every use. The user will carefully inspect the lining of the mask to check for any scratch, burrs, tears, or frays in the seal. This will be done in order for the individual to have a good seal whenever his mask is being worn. Also, there is an inner seal where the individual would place his nose and mouth. This also must be inspected for any scratches or tears. If there are any scratches or tears present, the mask should be discarded. There are also two flaps on the inside that are used for negative pressure, which is when the individual breathes out and breathes in. At this time, I would ask someone from the audience to come up and I will demonstrate how the mask is mounted on the face and how it is used to test the positive and negative pressure. The wearer will hold the mask by the straps, placing it over his head, gently setting on his face. There are two sets of straps. Two lower straps which will be pulled along the face behind the ear and tightened to tighten the lower portion of the mask. There are two upper straps that will be pulled along the head towards the back to create a good seal around the mask. At this time, to verify that there has been a good seal, the individual will use the cups of both his hands, place them over the inlet valves, and breathe inward. This is to verify that there is negative pressure within the mask. When this procedure is done, it is used to verify the mask is properly sealed around the individual face. There is also a positive pressure which works in conjunction with the negative pressure, where the individual will take his left or right palm and place it over the outlet valve. After this is done, the individual will breathe out. By doing this, he will verify again that there is a seal around the mask and he can begin his work. To remove the mask, it is also a very simple procedure. The individual will pull on two tabs located on the side of the mask and pull forward. The same will be done with the upper straps, pulling forward to release the pressure off the mask, and it is pulled over the face. Thank you very much. Again, respirators are used in the construction and mining industries because it allows the individual to work where hazardous air is present, and he can complete his task safely and comfortably with having a good field of view. Thank you very much.